In elementary and middle school, a common question that we're all asked at some point is, what do you want to be when you grow up? And as a kid, we sometimes give very bizarre answers. Like I, at that age, wanted to be the Red Power Ranger when I grew up. And to this day, I still secretly do. I'm hoping it works out. However, for the most part, being unburdened by adulthood and stress, kids answer the question what they're truly passionate about. It could range from lawyer to athlete to artist. The sky is the limit. However, if you ask the question to the same kid years later when he or she's in high school, you'll notice the answers change. The professions they want to be now aren't the same ones they wanted to be when they were a kid. Now it's doctor, stockbroker, engineer, overall high-earning, renowned, successful career professions. And this transformation we take from elementary school to high school begs the question, why do we feel the need to partake in careers that we're not interested in, and what was wrong with our original career choices? Why is being successful more important than pursuing your dreams? My name is Rahul Guhan, and we'll explore that together today. When I was a kid, I wanted to be an elementary school teacher when I grew up. I just thought it was one of the most meaningful things anyone can be. And I specifically wanted to be an elementary school teacher because I'd be able to teach kids. And as I said before, kids see the world in a very positive light. They see it for what it could be. So I wanted to teach those type of kids. So whenever anyone asked me that question, I would say I would want to be an elementary school teacher. And when adults ask you this question when you're young, they just accept any answer you give because they don't expect any serious thing from you, since you're a kid. However, throughout the years, I noticed that my answer was accepted less and less. People's faces would be disappointed like I had the wrong answer to the question. Yes, the wrong answer for what I wanted to do in my life. I didn't know there was a wrong answer at that age. They had a stigma associated with the profession I chose, and what they expected me to say was, like I said, doctor, stockbroker, engineer. And this continuous disapproval at my answer made me feel like I was going the wrong path with my life, and there's one fixed path I had to follow like everyone else did. And that's exactly what I did. I ditched the teacher dream, and I tried to throw myself at a profession that was remotely successful. I took a bunch of computer science classes with the hope maybe I'll become a programmer, even though I know I do not like coding. I took a bunch of science classes with the hope of maybe one day I'll become a doctor, even though I know I do not want to be a doctor. I hate blood and everything that comes with it. Overall, I was trying to be something that I clearly wasn't. And these 2-3 years was a very hard and dark time in my life because every day I woke up feeling like I didn't have control over the life I was living. I felt as if I was living my life for somebody else day after day. And the toll it has on you is that it makes you just go through the actions every day. It makes you more tempered than usual, makes you demotivated. And the parts of you that were special start showing less and less. Before all of this, I used to be the most positive and happiest guy there was. I was the funniest guy in the classroom. I was the guy with the biggest smile on his face. But now I just stay in my room most of the time. I would not smile as much, and I would just be angry with anyone I talked to. And this lack of control in my decisions carried over to extracurriculars in high school too. I felt I had to join the clubs like speech and debate and Key Club that would look good in my college resume, despite me having no interest in them whatsoever. But one day I had an idea. Ever since I was in 2nd grade, I've been learning and performing Bollywood dance. It's a big part of who I am as a person and something I thoroughly enjoy. So I thought, why not? Why not start a Bollywood dance club at Carroll High? It would give some much needed diversity into the school campus, and it's a big part of who I am. And it would allow me to do something I actually finally enjoy. I knew off the bat it wouldn't be easy to create this club and take it to the level of speech and debate and Key Club. Not because you're only starting a club from scratch, but because of the stereotypes that surrounded the club. I started the club in 2017, so my sophomore year of high school. And at that time, Carroll wasn't very diverse. So because of that, students weren't very welcoming to a club like this. Every Friday from 3:45 to 4:30, our club would practice in the cafeteria. And every Friday during that time, people would mock us, take videos of us to send to their friends, and would just ridicule us. And I would have to start practice only after everyone left, so the members I did have would feel secure. And every year we went to club fairs to get more people to join the club, and every year people would come up to our club booth and mock us in front of us, mimic our dancing, and they would write fake names on the attendance sheet, or their friends' names as a sort of punishment. And for the first 2 years of the club, we only had 6 to 8 people join, not because of a lack of interest, but because people thought they'd be immediately deemed as not cool if they joined. Overall, the point I'm trying to make here is that the club was put in a very tough spot to succeed, and at any point I could have said the logical point of action is to leave the club and go to something that my efforts won't be wasted, and I know would look good on my college resume. But despite all the challenges and all the obstacles the club had, I couldn't bring myself to leave it because it finally let me feel like myself again. That confident, funny, positive person came back every Friday from 3:45 to 4:30. And even if it was for a little bit, I loved feeling like my old self again. There's not a greater feeling than that. That Bollywood dance club was the first step out of the life that I'm supposed to live, and the first step into the life that I want for myself. And I'm continuing to take that first step to this very day. I hope everyone in this room also takes that first step too. It's incredibly hard, but there's nothing more worthwhile and satisfying than doing what brings you joy. Live the life you love. Thank you.